Hello, my name's Juliette Fritschi and I'm a physiotherapist and urban poling master trainer. This is the third in my series of active up exercise programs in standing using urban poles. So before I start, please ensure that you are safe to exercise. So if you have not exercised for a while or you are not a regular exerciser, then please ensure that you have clearance from your GP that you are okay to start an exercise program. Secondly, you should, if you feel any physical discomfort, faintness or dizziness during this program, then stop immediately and notify your GP. And thirdly, make sure that you are steady at all times and you shouldn't be in any pain. So just go comfortably. And let's get started. You will need a set of activator poles. So I have activator poles with bell-shaped tips or urban poles. It doesn't really matter which ones, as long as you have rubber boot tips of some sort and about 1 meter of space around you. So let's get started with a warm-up. What I'm going to do, I'm just lifting my heels and going opposite arm to opposite leg, just loosening up those ankles and arms. So we'll do a few of those just to warm up. That's it. Okay, let's do some heel out together, heel out together, heel out together. Keep your hands firmly resting on your core grip shelf. If you need less support, then just loosen them off a little bit. Okay, let's add, lift your pole, lift your opposite pole, put it out as you put your opposite heel out. So it's left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of marching on the spot. I'm going to start just with some knees up and use the urban poles if you need to. Right, now slow it down a little bit. Up, down, up, down, up, down. We're going to add poles in. Lift your pole, lift your opposite pole as you lift your knee. So again, it's right to left, left to right. You don't have to lift all the way up. It's just lifting your pole off the ground, really, to get some lovely pelvic support and to work on your balance. And this is also quite a good cardio warm-up, so you will feel yourself getting a little bit more breathless. And stop. Okay. Heels are feet apart, poles in the middle, and we're going to bend and straighten. So we're going straight down and up, straight down and up, straight down. And now we're going to add our poles in. Push out as you bend down, pull in, push out, pull in. Push out, pull in, push out, pull in. Another couple. Just go as far as is comfortable. One more. And up. Okay, we're going to do some stepping and weight shifting. Let's start with some weight shifting. So this is really good for your lumbo-pelvic support and your core work. So here we are, feet about hip width apart, poles in a nice apart as well, around just around about where your feet are. We're going to shift, so your belly button shifts over your right ankle. I've lifted my left heel up a little bit just to give myself the ability to shift back in the middle. And then we're going to shift it so your belly button comes over your left ankle. and back. Shift to the right and back. Shift to the left and back. We've got some mozzies here, unwanted company. Shift to the right and back. Shift to the left and back. Okay, that's good. Let's do some stepping now. We're going to step forward, step back. That was with my right foot. Step forward with my left, step back. So just get the hang of that first and then we'll make it a little harder. Left and one more on each side. And now what we're going to do, as you step with your right, you bring your left hand forward and bring the pole forward, and then lift it and bring it back. Step it forward, lift it back. Step it forward, lift it back. So it's left to right, right to left. Sorry, these mozzies are really bad. It's still quite warm here in Australia. And back, and left to right, and back. One more for luck on each side. Okay, now we're going to lift. So we step forward, lift your pole up, your opposite pole, bring them back. Step forward with your left, bring your right pole up and back. You don't have to lift a long way, it's just a lift. And back. So it's opposite pole, lifting up. Left to right, right to left. Left to right, right to left. And you're stepping, so you're putting weight on that front foot as you step forward. Okay, now we're going to make it harder again. So as you step, lift, look at the top of your pole and then bring all of them back. Step left, step right, lift left, look at the top of your pole and all the way back. Step, lift, look, back. Step, lift, look, back. Step, lift, look, back. Step, lift, look, back. You should feel quite steady. You shouldn't be wobbling. And if you're wobbling, try it a little bit slower. If you're fine, then you can go a little faster. Last two, lifting your right and looking, lifting your left and looking. Great. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of arm work now. Handle to foot, so we're opposite. There we go. I've got my hands about hip width apart and I've got them up at my shoulders. So we're just going to start with some pushing out and in. And you're at shoulder width. Keep them up. Make sure you're nice and steady. After a few of these, you might feel your shoulders start to burn a little bit. That's because there's a little bit of weight in these poles. It's not a lot, but it is a little bit. So if you're holding your arms out for, 10 or 12 of these, you will feel it. That's a good thing. And rest it down. Shoulders a bit of a shake. Back up at the shoulder again. We're going to do some spirals now. So we're back at the shoulders. We're going to do some very small circles. And we're going to get bigger. So we're spiraling out. Keep it controlled. You don't have to go high. This is more about the control. So you should end up with a nice large circle. And then I'm spiraling back in to make it nice and small. Get back to the middle. Immediately opposite way, small circles getting larger, getting larger, and around we go. Make them nice and big. When you get to the largest circle you can do comfortably, then you start to spiral in and make your circles smaller. And then we get right in to the middle. Excellent. Right, I got my right to left. Make sure you've got your rights and lefts in the right spot again. And we're going to do some lunges now. So we're going to step, a nice big step. These are only lunges on your front foot, not on your back. So I've got my poles, my weight is even, and my poles are at the level of my front foot. And I've got a nice, as large a step as I can comfortably do. And then I'm bending down and coming forwards. When you're bending, make sure your knee is straight ahead and it's not wobbling in. So it's bend. Don't go past your toe, you don't have to go a long way. Bend and back. So your weight should be coming forwards as you're bending. Forwards, back, forwards. If you're getting knee pain, you're probably bending a bit low. Are you ready for the big step back? All in one hit, all the way back. Left foot out, and same thing. Front foot comes down, front foot down. Keep your knee facing straight ahead. Down and back. And your weight will come forward as you bend that knee. And we'll do 3 more for luck. 1, 2, 3, and then in one hit, lift it all the way back. Okay, I'm going to do what Dr. Steve Cantor calls a curly step. So this is really good to help prevent tripping. I call it a triple step. So we did before our step forward, step back. This one is 3 little steps forward, coming further forward with each one. Nice firm pole support, a small step, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then all the way back. Let's do it with the left foot. Small step, little bit more, and then all the way back. Step, further, and back. Small step, further, and back. Step, 2, 3, and a full step back. Good for your hammies actually. 2, a bit further, and all the way back. All right, we're going to do a clock exercise now. So we stepped forward and back at the very start. We're going to start now by stepping backwards. Little step back, put your weight on that back foot, and then back into the middle. Try the other foot, step back, put your weight on it, back in the middle. Okay, where you have just stepped to was 6 o'clock. If you're in a clock and you're in the middle, you have stepped back to 6 o'clock on the clock. If you step forward, you're stepping to 12 o'clock. You're putting weight on the foot you're stepping to. If you step to the sideways, to your right side, you're stepping to 3 o'clock. And if you step to your left side, you're stepping to 9 o'clock. So let's try that, stepping to 12 o'clock, it doesn't matter which foot, and then all the way back. Stepping to 3 o'clock, which is to my right, all the way back. Stepping to 6 o'clock, which is behind you. Be careful when you're stepping behind, it's harder to do. Back to the middle. Let's try stepping to 6 o'clock with the other foot and back. And then stepping to 9 o'clock to the side, back to the middle. So what I'm going to do now is name a number between 1 and 12 and we will step to it. So support yourself with your poles. Step to 2 o'clock. Put your weight on it and then back. Step to 11 o'clock and back. Step to 8 o'clock, bit behind 9 o'clock and back. Step to 6 o'clock, doesn't matter which foot. What about 1 o'clock? 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock. And 10 o'clock. Okay, that gets your brain thinking a little bit. All right, we're going to finish with a little bit of stretches just to cool down. So first up, calf stretches. Have your feet diagonally, don't put them immediately behind each other. Put the back foot, the heel should be on the ground, the foot should be facing straight ahead. Your front foot should be bent, so that's my left foot. I'm just coming forward on my front foot, keeping my back heel on the ground, and you should feel a stretch in your calf. Always hold, no bouncing, just a nice slow stretch. This is actually a good balance to hold a stretch too, and then back up. Let's do the other foot. So that's my left heel is down at the back, my right knee is bent, my left knee is straight. I'm coming forward on my front foot, my left heel and my left heel's on the ground, my left knee's straight, and I'm just holding that stretch. So I should feel that in the back of my left calf. Just hold it and relax. Okay, I'm going to teach you a hamstring stretch in standing. This is quite a good balance one, so make sure you're secure. Bend your left knee a little bit. Pop your right heel on the ground, loose foot, and it should be straight. So your right leg should be straight. Keep your back really straight and bend over that right hip. You should feel the back of your right thigh stretching, and just hold it. It's actually quite hard to hold it because you've got a lot of weight on your left leg. And back up. Okay, let's try the left one. So left heel is on the ground, the right knee is bent. There's not a lot of weight on my left heel. My back is straight and I'm bending forward. Keep your chin up, don't look at the ground. Look forward. Hold it and relax. Okay. Oh, Mozzie is very persistent. He won't get away. So we're going to do a little bit of a stretch with the poles for your arms. Feet apart, nice and steady, and we're going to lift up just as far as is comfortable. Just as far as is comfortable. Hold it up there. And down. Arms straight. One more for luck. Come up. Try and go a little bit further. Hold it up. Nice and tall. And down again. Well done. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again with the next Active Up exercise program.